Every time Putin speaks about Ukrainian, he says that he is conducting a peacekeeping mission in order to denazify Ukraine. How can be a Nazi country, a country with 200,000 Jews, and how can Israel help a Nazi country?
Yeah, I think it's absolutely obviously it's insane, his justifications, which isn't a justification. I mean, we're talking about a country that has a Jewish president, and it's the only other country other than Israel in the world that has a Jewish leader. So for Putin to try to claim that this is somehow an issue of denazifying is just ridiculous. And we see him sort of hijacking this terminology that's used in other conflicts as well. He tried to accuse Ukraine of using human shields, which is madness. He's bombing civilian areas, he's bombing hospitals, he's bombing schools. And unlike in the case of Israel, where you see terrorist organizations like Hamas who truly are using human shields, who are placing rockets in civilian areas, under hospitals, next to mosques, we see Hamas telling civilians, forcing civilians in some cases to stand on the roofs of buildings. There's actually footage of this. That is using human shields. Bombing civilian areas, apartment buildings of innocent Ukrainians, that's not using human shields. That's just war crimes. We know, I mean, this is what the Russian government does, and it's what they have done even since the times of the USSR. They have an alternate reality, an alternate version of the truth. And I'm not even sure if they themselves believe it, but that's what they peddle to the public. The difference is this time the USSR fell. Maybe Putin should get up to date. The people of Russia even are unhappy. The people of Russia are protesting, and thousands of Russians have already been arrested by the Russian police for protesting against what their government is doing in Ukraine. Add on to that the fact that Putin, not only is he attacking a country with a Jewish leader, he actually bombed the Babin Yar Holocaust Memorial. So it's just insane what's happening with Putin, and I'm not sure that anybody believes his excuses other than maybe other oppressive regimes like Iran and Syria. As we saw in the United Nations, 141 countries condemned Russia's invasion of Ukraine, and the few countries which didn't included Syria, North Korea, Eritrea, and I don't remember a couple of others. A few countries abstained, but only a few sided against it in solidarity with Russia. And they were pretty much all terrible human rights violating regimes. So we see who's standing with Russia.